Hi everyone, my name is Etredu and I humbly welcome you back to my channel. Well, we are back again with our reaction videos, and today we are doing something beautiful from the gentleman named Ren, and he calls this one Money Game. Without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this beautiful piece. Let's go!
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Breathe one string, parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade. Bernardo's bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
The way he communicates in his music, bro. What are we to tell him to keep on playing?
This old money game.
Man there.
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is going to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. It's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant. Cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again. Demonize the whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat, the same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game.
Bro, I keep hitting on the fact that Ren is an artist in his own league. And that is something I would be surprised to see anybody born of a woman challenging me regarding that assertion. Trust me, dude actually creates his own music in his own world. You understand? He does something different without following the rigid pattern that has been created, dedicated, assigned to the world of music. Does that make any sense? Bro, regardless, but I'm sure you understand. Like, he creates and follows his own rule. That is all what I'm driving at. You understand? He don't necessarily force himself trying to put certain things into verses or stanzas, then coming out with a chorus or pre-chorus. Bro, he's just communicating. He's just sharing his beautiful intellect with you, and you need to understand. Trust me, if it wasn't because of this particular song, I'm very positive that a whole lot of people wouldn't have even known the fact that this particular country colonized this particular country was also colonized by this. It follows in that order, just like food chain in science. You understand? Example, I'm a Ghanaian. Ghana, for instance, was colonized by the British. British was also some time ago colonized by this particular country. It follows in that order, just like food chain, as I made mention previously. Food chain in science has got to do with the linear feeding relationship between living organisms and their interactions with nature, in which the organisms feeding are also being fed. I'm very positive the science students around will understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. So it's something of the sort, and if it wasn't because of this particular piece or the fact that Ren had to chip it in this particular masterpiece, maybe some people wouldn't have known. You understand? So I love the fact that dude always tries his possible best to share his intellect with the wonderful people out there, and that's something very beautiful. That's something very creative. Aside that, okay, I made mention of the fact that he's always in his own league and his own world, but bro, the strumming pattern for this particular acoustic sound is something I cannot get off my mind. You understand? It is something beautiful. It is something beautiful. I love this. I love this. All right, let me not take much of your time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's proceed. It's still Ren, and he calls this one money game. Let's go. He keeps humming the in and out.
This old money game.
Oh, bro. Bro, are you gonna burn him down or something? Like, bro, who is this guy? he do things differently, bro. He do things differently. I thought I was going to do some push-up. No, 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 no. All right, so in as much as I love this particular piece, I think I didn't really love the end bit of it. Why was my Ren, one of my favorite, why was he trying to set himself ablaze at the 11th part of this particular piece? That's what I don't get, because I keep saying, say no to suicide, say no to it. So I don't really love the fact that he had to make that the end bit of this particular piece. No, that is a no-go area for me. That is a no for me, bro. That is a no. Let me humbly hit on this particular word again. Say no to suicide. Alright, putting that aside, I know for a fact that Ren was trying to communicate something different, but it's just that I don't support the end bit of this particular video. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, as I made mention previously, and I still stand on my words that this is another beautiful piece from Ren. Like, no doubt, it's another beautiful piece from Ren. Like, his composition is always different. It's just different. Like, he's an artist on his own. You understand? Personally, I really hate it when artists try to mimic or copy the reaction and performances of other acts. So the very first time I heard of this gentleman, I said to myself that, nah, He's actually representing or repping himself, and that is what true music is all about. Alright, I wouldn't talk about ladies and gentlemen. So we just reacted to Ren performing Money Game. And as I made mention previously, I love this wonderful piece. Well, if you love the content I do create, or if you love what I do, and you genuinely want to be part of this beautiful family, do want to subscribe to the channel. Like this video and keep your comments coming. Peace. Hi everyone, my name is Esredu. Once again, I humbly welcome you to my channel. We previously reacted to a song titled Money Game by Ren. Yep, that was actually the first part of it. So I'm here to serve you with the second part of it. So the Ren Money Game Part 2. Without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and let's do this. Let's go!
Money is a game, and the ladder we climb will turn a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on the seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, you must create a sense of scarcity. These shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island, stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, you gotta make the people think that they want them. Really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson with influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, you're just a fucking waste man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forests, make land, fresh blood on hand. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rocks, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile mate, big wave, that's great. The truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, a cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies are poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, to point the mirror at ourselves, and we're all part of this old money game. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo. This old money game.
You know one funny thing, I don't even remember the time I ended up folding my arms. Dude is such an extraordinary person. I ain't kidding, bro. Such an extraordinary persona. You know, as the title of the song goes, Money Game. You know, dude indirectly or directly gave us a lot of business ideas by telling us how to make money from nothing. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, even at a point in time, I kept asking myself, is he an economics in disguise? You understand? Because he was able to hit on certain facts so beautifully. You know, normally as a supplier of a particular good or commodity, you need to be rational enough. You understand what I'm talking about? As he cited in this particular tune, when you bring out a particular commodity or good, and you realize the entire populace of mankind, or let's say your targeted market, start embracing the product, you can try to personally create some scarcity in the system. This has got nothing to do with monopolistic system or monopoly. Here we're actually talking of, you know, scarcity, which is always the central problem in economics. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. So you need to create that scarcity. So in that sense, supply reduces, then what happens? Demand increases. You understand? Because people already use or prone to the product. So as they are demanding for more, you intentionally hoard some of the product in order to create scarcity in the market, which is always described as a central problem in economics. So as time goes on, you can in one way or the other increase the price of your product or commodity to the hungry market craving for that particular product. And in that case, what happens? It becomes a win-win, but you end up winning more as a supplier because you make more from selling less product. Let me simply put it that way. The school of thought will describe you as being greedy, but bro, that's business. You understand what I'm talking about? That's business. Sometimes I feel like business has got nothing to do with religion or religious affiliation or background. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, this is just a businessman trying to make more money from the hungry market. And I don't see anything wrong with that. Even though I made mention of, holding some products, maybe I shouldn't even use the word hoarding because these are your own products, bro. You decide when to bring them to the market and when not to. Besides, my one thing you need to look at as a supplier is that when such goods or commodities happens to be like perishable fruits, like tomatoes and others, you need to be very careful and smart because the assumption we just created wouldn't work in your favor. Because if you keep the product to yourself for such a long period of time, they will start going bad. And then the rate or the cost at which you'll be selling that product to the market will reduce drastically. So that will be a bad business idea for an individual with perishable products like tomatoes and others. Wow! We just learned something beautiful from Rain. And unexpectedly, I ended up sharing my thoughts about it in the world of economics. Okay. Yeah, I love accounting. I love economics. I love business and finance. That's one thing about me. All right, let me not talk much about this, ladies and gentlemen. So we just reacted to part two of Money Game by Rain. So if you love the content I do create, or if you love what I do, and you genuinely want to be part of this beautiful family, do what to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and keep your comments coming. Peace. Hi everyone, my name is Tesredu. Once again, I humbly welcome you to my channel. Well, if you have been following me for some time now, you will understand that I really love the gentleman named Ren. Yep, he's very unique. Our previous two reaction videos were from Ren. He did this particular song titled Money Game. So that was part 1 and 2. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to serve you with part 3 of Money Game by Ren. I know you can't wait. The same thing here. Alright, let me not talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Please sit back, okay? Sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this beautiful piece. Let's go. Ren, Money Game. Dude plays almost every musical instrument. Genius. Composition.
you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the popo inside of his pocket.
Bro. See, you need to understand me if I describe Ren as nothing but a genius. You understand? You know, this is just like the theory that has been propounded by some psychologists. You understand what I'm talking about? Because I know we have a whole lot of psychologists out there who propounded certain theories on the stages of life. I can't really recollect memories of some of them, but I think 2 years ago or so, I did this little research. I didn't really publish it, but I was actually helping a friend on this particular publication. Yeah, I remember I cited 1 or 2 things about it. So trust me, a whole lot of researchers have developed several theories regarding the stage of life, but this is a different ball game altogether. You understand what I'm talking about? Now I am describing this as a different ball game because he picked this from a perspective I am not sure psychologists or some academic scholars will pick it from that angle. You understand what I'm talking about? He didn't just come out with this evolution or stages of life based on what psychologists did by observing children or 1 or 2 children right from infancy till they hit their 20s or 30s. But dude is just, adding some natural flair to it. Like certain things happening in the society, like real life events, real life stories. And that is what, really make me get the realistic part of this whole thing. You understand what I'm talking about? I was just putting myself in his shoes. I was just putting myself in the character this gentleman is talking about. And trust me, as individuals, we keep going through a whole lot of stuff. We all have our dreams and aspirations. So sometimes when you hit a certain stage and you realize you are not securing the bag or acquiring 1 or 2 things you hoped and aimed to achieve, you start feeling that life has been unfair to you, or life has never been fair. But when you're unable to achieve certain things, you start asking yourself a lot of questions. And this particular song or this particular piece from Ren will get you thinking, bro. And that's one reason why I love this gentleman. That is one reason why I love this gentleman, bro. I don't know what else to say, but I love the fact that he has been able to touch the stages of life from age 1 to somewhere 30 and above, bro. And that is very brilliant on his part. That is very brilliant on his part. All right, let's proceed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
35. He gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed up, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Such a work of art.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music.
Ha!
This isn't entertainment. This is real
Bro,
life.
real
The way
life.
we
I
live is
told you.
lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Honestly speaking, there's no need to say a word or two about this performance again. Dude has let everything out of his chest. He has made the story of Jimmy very relatable. I can't really tell if it's a fiction or a true life story, but I love the fact that he has made it relatable to an extent that anybody born of a woman can relate to this story of Jimmy. It is happening in our modern day world, bro. It is happening. It is happening around us every blessed day. And I love the fact that he had this little sketch to explain the story to the understanding of everybody watching this particular piece. That is why I made mention previously that there's no need saying one or two things about it, because this in its raw sense is very understandable and relatable. Bro, big ups to Ren once again. Like, I dap my cap, give this gentleman. Dope, bro, dope. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, let me not take much of your time, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Seturidu, and we just reacted to Money Game Part 3 by Ren. Well, if you love the content I do create, or if you love what I do, and you genuinely want to be part of this beautiful family, do want to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and keep your comments coming. Peace.